used to get to run around. I've been doing this since I had to work at mama house. Tear it down, tear it down, tear it down, tear it down, tear it down. Everybody eating this a party, wanna come to time. You can bring your mama, daddy, sister, and your cousin out. Everybody wanna kill the king, or you shit wanna take the crown. I can see through it like a stomach with a other sign. When I hit the gas, I be going like 100 miles. They be getting tired, running out like 100 house. All up in my business, real nose it like a bloodhound. I'ma throw them off like I'm standing on a picture mound. All they do is look at Instagram while they sit around. Hate me in real life, but you liking pictures now. Oh, everybody acting different now. Finally trying to see what I be on. Got a different style, they be at the brand new when they know I've been around. Got a fake smile on your face cause you been inclined. I can say a lot, but I'm not. Gotta keep it down, making sure nobody drown. I'm my brother, keep it now. Mike Jack hit me up and said I gotta beat it down. Turn me up when I'm on your speaker now. Cool, tear it down, tear it down, tear it down, tear it down, tear it down. Boosted up my cardio, I used to get to run around. I've been doing this since I had to work at mama house. Tear it down, tear it down, tear it down, tear it down, tear it down. Everybody eating this a party, wanna come to time. You can bring your mama, daddy, sister, and your cousin out. Yeah, you in the league, but you ain't hooping around and tear you out. Before you judge me, you need to go and wipe the mirror off. Try to turn me down, only thing you do.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here between the Denver Broncos and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
Marcus Jones going to elect to bring this one out. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
For most people, the excitement of the kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder in the ball carrier, and down he goes.
Shoves him aside, and he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Now Murray, he bootlegs it. They'll roll him out right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. He's got him in, complete.
And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. In today's NFL, we talk about quarterbacks and their speed and accuracy, but there's still something about a guy slinging one downfield.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
From the 6 now on 2nd and 3.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Murray now. Got a man. It's Johnson. End zone for a Bronco touchdown. A great play there. His 11th touchdown of the year.
And the Broncos will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away.
This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Rodgers now on first down. Spins away. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Running straight ahead, Taylor. And they'll stop him after a gain of a couple to the 33. This game, the 9th that the Jags have played here in London. You might know that Shad Khan, he's the owner of both the Jaguars and Fulham in the English Premier League on the soccer side of things. And this is the third of 3 London games the NFL will play this year. But there is one more game to come over on the continent. The Seahawks and Bucks from Munich, Germany. The first time a regular season game will be played there. First and 10, Taylor now. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. Now Rodgers. He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts. So the completion good for just 3. And that brings up third and a full 10 yards. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Rodgers going to go on 4th down. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. On second down, they'll run it here. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. And the Jaguars are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
He talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. To throw is Rodgers. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up third. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got a man, complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Rodgers to throw.
Looking there for Pitts, but intercepted. Picked off by Amani Oruwariye. And the Broncos are going to have it here just past the 25.
Well, those have been a problem for them all season, but never quite as much as they have in these last few minutes. Let's count it up now. A pair of picks on his team's last 2 drives and double-digit interceptions this season. I don't care if you're the best in the game or an undrafted rookie. You've got to take better care of the football or you're going to cost your team chances.
Thomas, the intended target, and it's second down.
Well, that's a defensive coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
On second down, they'll run it here. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way home for the Broncos score. They blitzed defensively there, but he was able to slip through that first layer, and then he was gone.
I think they won the leverage game, didn't they?
Yes.
Right? They saw the blitz coming. That got to him a little bit, but they leveraged it perfectly and found not just a crease, a gigantic hole. And off he goes, and he's still going all the way to the end zone.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls at work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. The Jaguars now at 2-5 to start play. Well, they come in losers of 2 straight, so try to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Hey, 88, over.
Now Rodgers. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Box it.
Throwing now is Rodgers. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Hey, take 26.
Now it's Rodgers. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Oh, he's got his tight end pitch complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play.
50. Hey, you block 30. 50.
And again, it's Rodgers. And this one is incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
On second down, it's Taylor. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on third down.
26.
Rodgers going to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
And based on my math, they've only converted 1 time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. Third downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
The kick by Crosby is good, and they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3.
So that kick gives them their first points of the game, CD, and it comes on the third drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, and I would say if you're the offensive play caller, as you look at your sheet, you're trying to find that part on there that unlocks bigger points. They've struggled with a few drives so far, finally got 3 out of it. How do you find the end zone? That's what he's searching for now.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. So the completion good for 6 yards. And 3rd and 8 now. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Now Murray off play action. Looking long for Thomas. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Murray and company going for it on 4th. Here's Johnson with a reception.
He's got the first down and more than that.
And all the way home for a Broncos score. A great effort there with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Broncos will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is up to 18 now. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
The Jaguars take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
I don't think they need to be reminded of the situation here. I mean, the clock is dwindling. 3-score deficit waiting for them at half.
And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Working from the gun, Rodgers. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Hey, 26.
To throw again on second down. Rodgers got his man complete over the middle. It's Taylor. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got him the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
Go to 50. Hey, you block over here.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. And Rodgers intercepted a third time. It's C.J. Henderson picking it off. And the Broncos force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go to the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. On play action, it's Murray. He'll buy some time right. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
They gave it a shot with the deep pass, but it wasn't going to work there. And now there's less time for them to try and get 3 before the half. Let's see what they dial up on this next snap.
A final shot before half for Murray. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As it's time now to send you back stateside to Orlando, Florida, and check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. As they say here in London, all to play for as we are back underway in the second half. Taken at the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
The Jaguars take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Here's Rodgers. Going right side here, and that's complete. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And now we've got a 3rd down and 3.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the 3rd down play. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
26. Back up. Hey, 88. Here we go.
Throwing is Rodgers. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 39.
Get 300.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Rodgers now to throw. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
26.
To throw, it's Rodgers. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Amani Oruwariye. And the Broncos are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
Flush to his right. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And this is caught inside the 5. A huge play there for Denver. 49 yards.
You'd think defenses might be a little more prepared for plays like this because so many offensive coordinators, when they get the ball after a turnover, they do like to dial up a deep ball right away.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. A great play there. His 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Broncos are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And they open the lead up now to 25. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in the second half.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Rodgers. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
On play action. Now Rodgers. He finds his target, Allen. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49.
That's good. First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Rodgers now on 1st down.
Crossing route incomplete. He's got Pitts.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Back to throw again. Throws left side, complete to Keenan Allen. And he'll be out of bounds. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they can be set up with a 1st and goal.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit them, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Oh, how about this call down near the goal line? Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Rodgers with a keeper, and he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. The sneak successful from a yard out, and the Jaguars are able to get a score back in the final stages of this 3rd quarter.
And the sneak works on 2nd and goal. They didn't wait until it was 4th down to try to get him across.
No, and I think if you're the QB, you like these plays. Don't you? I mean, you want to hand it off sometimes, but also prove that you can get it in there as well.
Yeah, it makes you really part of the gang, doesn't it? It makes you part of the crew, and it really bonds you with those big offensive linemen because then you get to celebrate with the big fellas.
And he is not going to get in here. So the decision to go for 2 does not pay off as they're unable to cut any further into their deficit. And the Broncos are going to get the football. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie.
Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. To throw is Murray. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
The Broncos on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
And he will have the Broncos first down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2.
Murray now on 1st down. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Play fake. Murray. Forced out to his left. Looking for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And the Jags are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat.
And now here is another interception.
And the Broncos are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line.
I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
I do think it's fair to say that they were caught off guard a little bit when he decided not to throw it on 1st down. But give them credit. They recovered in time to deny him the 1st down yardage. But it's only 2nd and short. So that run is still likely to lead to a new set.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. Now Murray. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
Nice call by the defense there on 3rd down. Just flood the field with extra defensive backs in their dime package. Nowhere to go with the football. Forces the incompletion.
They're going for it. Hits Murray.
Pass complete. Finds Thomas going across the middle. So the drive stays alive after the 4th down conversion. 1st and 10 inside the 30.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. A great effort there with touchdown number 3 in the game and 6 on the year. And the Broncos look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Point after, up and good. And that will bump the lead up to 26. The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be... He's got a man, complete! And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. Wide open. It's Allen, complete. Touchdown, Jaguars. Keenan Allen, 38 yards. And the Jags get a bit closer. Rodgers will throw for it. And they're going to get the two-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And not much on this one. Takes it from the 21. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. It's been a dominant performance to this point, Charles, and this is probably exactly how they scripted this and envisioned it. They got a 3-score lead, fourth quarter, and a chance if they want to continue to pour it on here.
It is their call, isn't it? I mean, the way that they have taken on this game and the way that they have carried this game and have dominated this game, you're exactly right. Do what you want down the stretch. We are in the era of, hey, if you don't want us to do this to you, then you need to stop us. Their call to finish this one off.
Murray now on 1st down. Crossing route catch made by Johnson. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Murray's going to look to throw this thing. Again, it's Johnson. And the Broncos are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. He'll try to run this one in. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. On 2nd and goal, Murray got his man. It's Thomas. Touchdown, Denver. The 3-yard touchdown pass as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Extra point splits the uprights, and they open the lead up now to 25. The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy. And my goodness, another interception. Picked by Kevin Byard. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, It's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr.
The 30, 10, 5, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell, just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs and make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. He's at the 40, the 20, and he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
Oh, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And right about now, heck, they might be wishing they did not have a bye week coming up next week. It appears they're going to go into that week off in high spirits as they've got this one well in hand. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. Under pressure, and they got to him again.
Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss.
Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. Here's Murray back near his goal line. To the right side and complete to Thomas. It'll be a gain of 17, but even with that, they'll be well short here for 4th down. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Murray and company going for it on 4th. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And the Jags take over in terrific field position. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. His throw caught right around the 6. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. Here's Rodgers to throw. And now here is another interception. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown.
Well, part of this defense now with multiple interceptions in this game, but this time they say turnabout is fair play because, remember, they had a pick 6 on the other side, and now they get a pick 6